Hey there, welcome to another edition of Blueprint Digital, where we discuss industry trends, challenges, and opportunities in the construction space. We're here today with owner and CEO of Affordable GPS Tracking, Jillian Dufresne. Affordable GPS Tracking provides GPS tracking for high value assets in the construction field. Jillian, welcome to Blueprint Digital.
Thank you. Thanks for having me.
Yeah, thanks for joining us. Hey, why don't you just give us a quick overview of your company and what you're about, what you guys do?
Sure. So we've been in the industry for over 25 years. We sell GPS tracking, AI dash cameras, asset trackers. We always say if you have something that you need tracked, we will find the product for you. And we're also getting into the security camera space recently where we're able just to have eyes on your whole operation no matter where it is.
Fantastic. So, still a lot of uncertainty in the marketplace and the economy. We're also at the holiday season that time of year. Are you seeing a spike in stolen assets right now?
We are. Towards the end of the year, I mean, a lot of people are buying equipment based on their budgeting. If they're under budget, right now is the time, especially when, we're coming to the end, they have to throw some extra money out for tax purposes. So we have a good amount of products going out, the last 15 days here. We've got trucks that have been delivered finally. Maybe if some of the employers have been waiting on them. And then same goes for some heavy equipment as well.
How do you position your company to stand out against your competition? What's your special
Well,
sauce?
our special sauce and our major selling point is really that we have a support team that is located in the United States. We're up against T-Mobile, Samsara, Geotab, so all these big companies, but they all outsource their support team out of the country, which can be frustrating to a lot of our clients, business owners, when they're trying to fix a product or get an RMA, have a technician come out and look at it. So I always tell people that we're problem solvers. Number one, you call our tech team, we answer and we problem solve for you. We get your assets working, we get all of your devices working. We never want you to have broken product, especially because you're paying for it. So you call our team, they know who you are, they know who your company is, and they fix whatever is going on for you right away.
Fantastic. So, if someone moves an asset, does it send a ping that an asset's been moved, or how does that work from an oversight standpoint?
We have so many different products, especially when it comes to assets. It really depends on what our customers want. If they want something that maybe pings once, twice a day, we can set that up for them. It also depends on how much they want to pay. If they want something pinging every 2 minutes, they're going to pay more on that monthly end. But if it's a trailer and it's not connected to power, we have something that will ping once a day or only if it's moving, just to always keep eyes on their assets.
Do you see this, at least what you're offering, and maybe there's competing technology, but do you see this expanding into other areas like logistics?
Oh yeah, of course. It's doing that even right now. We see tech moving forward 24/7, really fast.
Yeah, I like to say that the speed of change is never been this quick and will never be this slow again.
Yeah, exactly. We're always moving.
What does a day in the life of Jillian look like?
Well, I have 3 kids and a family, so it's a wild day. Every day's different. So, rushing the kids out the door, getting them into school is, my foremost priority, which I love to do. And then every day is different. I'm always talking with our customers. I'm on the sales side as well. So, I'm always happy to jump on all different webinars and answer some crazy questions. Um, and two, we like all of our customers are so different. Sometimes it's a problem solving thing, or I need to go and search for product. And we do that with a whole team. And there's so much out there too that, we haven't even decided to bring on yet. Like that, for example, we just got in contact with a camera company that uses satellite instead of the cell service. So I look at that and I'm like, this is amazing for some of our projects that maybe they're on the reservation where there's no cell towers, or they're up far in the oil fields in the Northwest or even into Canada. So that just gives us a great option for a lot of these customers that really do need the coverage, but maybe lacking the cell service.
With the tariffs that have been creating a lot of volatility in the marketplace for most of this year, does that impact your business, whether it's products that you're sourcing, buying, or is it driving demand with assets in the field that need protection?
It did affect us a little bit in price, nothing crazy. I think that it was more of a fear thing that kind of came into play. And they're like, buy all your product now, stock up now before the tariffs come up. But to be honest, I mean, we've seen maybe a little bit of an increase, nothing substantial at all. We're still able to keep our prices very competitive.
That's good. Is it driving demand?
Not really. I wouldn't say that the tariffs are driving demand for us, not in this industry right now. Not regarding GPS tracking or any of the cameras.
The Federal Reserve just cut the overnight borrowing rate by another 25 basis points in the last week or two. It's
Hmm.
now a full point lower than it was at the beginning of the year and last year. Trying to quell that economic uncertainty, smooth it out, issues with job creation. What are you seeing in regards to the pace of projects? Because I'm assuming the assets you're monitoring and protecting go hand in hand with construction and projects in the field.
So it's interesting. We see a lot of companies getting bought out right now. I would say specifically in the last 2 years, we're seeing this boomer owned company industry getting bought out, whether it's by PE or a younger generation. I'm all for that. I love seeing the younger generation coming in and buying these businesses, especially these blue collar businesses that are going to be going nowhere, right? We need them and we will always need them. We've definitely seen an uptick in the buyout industry for sure.
If you think about your typical sales cycle, are banks and owners coming to you for your solutions, or are you chasing down opportunities and trying to close business?
I would say a little bit of both. We have a big referral business. So our customers, it speaks for itself. They love us. They love that we're here. Our support team is here in the States. And so they refer a lot of their friends and families who also own businesses to us, which is amazing. And we so appreciate that. And then, of course, we get the opportunities just through our sales team. People find us on our webpage, or maybe they see something on our LinkedIn or socials where they're calling us direct and asking about a specific product, or um, they want to hear more about a testimony that maybe one of our customers have given.
Is your market coverage regional, national, or do you go beyond the bounds of the US border?
We're a national company, we're in all 50 states here, but we have those SIMs that we can go into Canada and then to Mexico. So it's really just a switch out of the SIM. I would say we don't target those countries, but if somebody calls in, or if it's a referral, of course we're gonna make that happen for them and get them what they need.
Given you're covering a large geographic area, and you talked about being a US based company, having folks on the phone that pick up the phone when you call. What's your coverage look like? Are you covering, all day, a part of the day? What does that look like?
Our team is in from 8 to 5. And then, of course, we have our emails that are covered 24/7, along with, we have like AI assistant that kind of covers those after hours where they're saying, like, yep, we got your ticket in. It's going to a support team member. Sometimes they can figure it out. Hey, I forgot my login or something like that, where
Yeah.
just an easy, hey, just reset it. You just press this. But if it's a little bit more complicated, then our team gets on it the next day.
What innovations are you seeing in the industry?
We see things all the time. But yeah, I mean, right now I would say like our AI dash cameras are the most innovative cameras out there. And what's cool is they have a view in cam as well as forward facing. So, what they're doing right now is they're really predicting your employee's next step, driver behavior. So, what are they going to do next? There's this program, they understand their habits. So, if this employee is constantly on their phone or constantly running stop signs, kind of driving aggressively, they're going to rate that employee and say, hey, this guy's in the red and he's one of your biggest liabilities. And this is why. So all of these reports are going through and kind of just predicting his next behavior or her next behavior based on his driving records.
And this is not in real time. This is just kind of cataloging their behavior and then giving them a score.
Correct.
You mentioned the AI camera. You talked about your AI bot after hours. AI is becoming the center of almost all conversations. It's hard to turn on the TV or listen on the radio or even read an article without having something about AI be involved and what it's going to mean for the future, how it's going to shape everything we do. What influence has AI had in your business or industry outside of the things you've already talked about?
Honestly, outside of what I've talked about, we're not really dealing with AI. I mean, I know there's pros and cons to all different kinds of technology, right? We're not really dealing with the cons here of AI, of fake video footage and impersonating people. So we're not really in that. Where it comes into play, and I think it's a total pro, is that it's predicting what these driver behaviors, the next moves, and just really keeping that employer seeing what's going on under the cloud of all these driving behaviors and just how they're acting maybe outside of building. So in our opinion, AI has been really great for us and really great for,
Do you see it becoming more and more prevalent?
of course, yeah. I think we see it just kind of taking off. Um but hopefully, there's going to be some ruling around some of the cons. That's the only thing that we can hope for, right?
Right, right. So each episode, we like to ask our guests about their biggest challenge or their struggle that's facing their business, kind of that proverbial magic wand that you could wave. What's your biggest challenge you'd like to solve for your business?
I would say it's twofold. First, biggest challenge, I would say a lot of times we get people come in, they do the webinar, they love our product, right? But maybe we're a couple dollars more than some of these bigger firms like Geotab or Samsara. And they're just not really seeing the value in our support team, right? That we have hired employees here. And that costs more money. So I would say that's probably one of our biggest challenge when people are just like, I'm just trying to save an extra couple bucks. When in reality, it's like, is that really saving you that much money spending minutes a day if something's wrong with one of your cameras or GPS devices and you get frustrated. So it really just I really want to say if you have to value people and their work, and kind of just trusting that to play through. The second one I would say, a lot of times we have company come and get all their cameras outfitted and we install everything and the drivers and employees are just not happy, right? That there's a camera on them or they feel like, oh, it's this big brother is just looking on me 24/7. When in reality, it's a tool that can really exonerate them if they're doing the right thing. So if they're just driving how they're supposed to and getting gas when they're supposed to and putting it in their truck when they're supposed to, um, it's a great tool to make a company run effectively and efficiently. And in so many instances, we have stories upon stories where our devices have, saved employees from getting a call from up, like someone on the highway saying, your truck almost hit me or this or that. And it was going so fast. And they're able to pull up on the desktop and say, like, actually, no, we don't even have a truck there. Or No, he was driving the speed limit. He was paying attention. And then so many instances during an accident as well, where you have that footage to say, you know what, yeah, maybe he did hit you, but it would have been worse if he moved to the right or to the left. More cars would have been hit. Um, so it's a great tool for both the employees and the employer. And if we can just like get that information out on just drive the speed limit, do what you're supposed to do, be off your phones, be hands free. It really works for everybody.
That's a great example. I didn't even think about that. Do you have any other success stories you'd like to share with us?
We've recovered vehicles, we've recovered assets. This is what we're in, right? The industry that we're in, the theft industry. So we get calls all the time like, thank you so much. You saved our vehicle. It was stolen last night, or it's on the way out of the country and we stopped it right at the border. And then also in accidents too. We see this a lot where, especially if the truck is wrapped and they have the logo, commercial logo, everything, it's really a target. So many times, there was this one actually a couple weeks ago. It was a road rage incident, and somebody just got in front of this truck and pumped their brakes and tried to get out and just blame the driver and say, "It's all his fault. He totally crashed in front of me." And it's just like the whole thing is on camera. We have you getting out, we have you yelling at the driver, we have your license plate, like we've got it all. And again, it's such a great tool to have in those instances because then the company is just protected. It really is protected.
Give us your 30-second elevator pitch on affordable GPS tracking.
All right. Family owned business, 25 years plus in the industry. My dad started the company and I have taken it over. We work really well with everybody. We really appreciate our customers. And if you're looking to track something, we've got you covered. We've got it all here.
All right, fantastic. Julian, it was great having you on Blueprint Digital. I hope you enjoyed it as much as I did.
Yes. Thank you.
We'd like to thank everyone out there that's watching or listening. Until next time, I'm Troy Mann with Ascent Integration Partners. Remember, the pace of change in the market is getting faster every day. Adapting to change is not a requirement, but neither is survival. Rise above with Ascend. Until next time, take care.